Hey guys, this is Talion Trevere back with some more Slay the Princess. Last time we had an interesting time. We found some new routes, including one that was utterly, terrifyingly nightmare-inducing, but, you know, that's how it goes with this game, I guess. This time I actually had some ideas for routes that I wanted to go back to and see if I could try some alternative options. Those being, first of all, the stranger route, where there were multiple different stairs that we could go down, and also potentially the option of leaving like before she shatters into a bazillion pieces. And the other thing I was thinking was the tower route, where first of all we had the option to like submit to her, which should be super interesting, and second of all I feel like we could have struggled harder, like tried harder to resist her, and that could also be an interesting alternative. So I want to try some of those. The fluffy one has also arrived to grace us with her presence this stream. All right, well, let's just stop talking and get started. I'm guessing this is the latest save. I guess let's just try going back to the stranger route. Although we do obviously still have, well, I don't know about obviously, but we probably still have some more routes to discover. But I am planning to do more playthroughs, so there should be more of this to come anyway. Yeah,
Seriously?
let's turn around and leave.
You're just going to turn around and leave?
The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. But ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
I kind of wonder if this would change anything, but no. I want to actually get back on the
really
stranger
keen
route.
on wasting everyone's time.
Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and...
Alright.
There's
Keep
always
leaving.
a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much
Alright. Wait, hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Oh, it's our good friend Contrarian again.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose that the world really did end last. The world hasn't ended yet.
Alright. Yep. Okay. Heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should ignore him. He's just... Let's keep an...
Alright, let's go.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all the only furniture of note. The blade. If he wants us to take it, no, we're taking the knife. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing. You can't just say that. Listen to me. My job, and if you're going to slay... Oh, ho, ho, ho! Nothing. Because just ignore the how. Even if I'm not going to stop doing my job. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just, okay. Good. Now,
I actually don't remember if I took the blade last time. I mean, I'm pretty sure the route ended non-violently, so we didn't need it anyway. I think maybe let's not take the blade. Did we talk about the mirror? We probably talked about the mirror.
we should look at ourselves. You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a... There's definitely... There isn't. You insisting it isn't there...
Alright, it doesn't matter.
It does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't...
They don't see it anymore?
We'll find
Wow.
it again. Then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Alright. Well, let's go without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Okay.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And what's that? That the fate of the world? There'll still be plenty of...
Alright, so last time we took the soft stairs to the right. Honestly, I don't know how much of an effect this decision makes, if any, but I definitely want to try something different and see if something different happens. Let's take the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, An emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Alright, so far this seems the same as last time. So I guess I want to try not talking to her as much, because each time I do, it like splits her up more. So I want to see if I can end this without like shattering her completely. Maybe that will do something interesting. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
No, I think she actually doesn't know.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter?
You don't want to know.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
We already tried that. It didn't go that well. So it's possible that certain options among these dialogue options will unlock new routes, but I think I ended up trying most of them, if not all, before I got locked out. So I think my best shot is to just try to end this right now. Let's see what it does. Try getting her out, leaving her in the basement, and retrieving the blade all at once.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Probably should have brought the dagger, maybe. I don't remember if I had the dagger with me last time, but yeah, this seems to be going exactly the same way that it did last time.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self...
Okay. I think at this point we're maybe locked into the same route as before. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Okay, yeah. Well, that didn't work.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I mean, should I try to just restart and see if I can get a different route? Because this seems to be just the same thing that we've already done.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that
Okay, we've
dwells
heard
in the
this too. Alright, well, we've seen all this. I don't know, I kind of do want to just reset, because otherwise we have one fewer route in this playthrough. Well, I guess we're already here. We might as well just move on. Alright.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Yeah, it's the risk with this game, that you never know when you're actually going to get
You're
something
on a
new and when
path
you'll just
in the
repeat.
woods.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to try was the tower, and I think to get that you go towards the prisoner route and then don't stop him from attacking her. Alright, going to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
In we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer. The blade is your
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Let's just go down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you?
She makes a compelling point. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can
Drop the knife.
The blade tumbles out of you.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the
Alright, well,
floor.
let's just
You're
let
going
her
to-
out.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know what.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Actually, I kind of wonder if there's a different thing if you try to kill her here after dropping the knife.
You walk up to the chains. They're large and heavy. Far too...
Alright. I'm
I'll
not
be
going to be able to
here.
go upstairs. Okay, return down there.
You make your way back to the bottom of the steps.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, the place... No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too...
And this time it's not going to let me warn her, so... Slay the princess.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Also, I wonder if there's a different route if you warn her this time, but then try to attack her the second time.
Okay. There's no going back now.
All right. Let's see. Actually, what did I try before? I don't remember. But this actually could be a different route. What did I try before? I'm trying to remember. I think I might have given up, and that's why I ended up, seeing her as this dominating figure. So you know what? Maybe I should just try slaying her. So that could also be what I did last time. I do not remember. There's too many of these paths. Let's see if we can make an attempt to slay her.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone. You drop the blade, pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone.
I can't skip this, so this is probably new.
Your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again.
I dropped my knife. You can just pick it up and stab me with it. You don't have to beat me to death.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, back to the tower.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just...
Alright, let's go to the cabin. I guess maybe you should try submitting to her this time.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Yeah, we heard that.
Everything in her power. Can we tone down the pessimism? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress
Maybe I will.
Absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Let's
If
go.
that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its...
I mean, we could just go without the blade and just submit to her entirely. Maybe we should try that. I don't remember if I had the blade with me. Let's try to go without it.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade, it doesn't matter.
Oh, and the mirror just disappears.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase, its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment,
Shouldn't have come down here
almost feel
unarmed.
at ease.
So it looks like that is dialogue we haven't seen before.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright, let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge, but the princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her.
Alright, yeah, it looks like this is
to the far wall.
new dialogue. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Alright, I guess we're doing this. Kneel.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose
Yeah.
that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I don't think I can refuse her. Sorry.
Are you serious? Just don't say anything. How hard can it be to not say anything? You haven't felt her angelic fingers run along the edges of your mind. You haven't felt her nails dig into your thoughts.
Kinky? You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought
Yeah.
wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
So I wonder if we didn't say that to her, then she wouldn't be, like, evil.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Yeah, I guess maybe. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Alright, what would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Alright, let's pledge ourselves to her. I'm yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Of course.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
Sorry, hero.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
And what if I don't believe? What happens then?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever. Please don't do this.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Poor hero. He tries his best. Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
This art is so freaking good. It's gorgeous. Just always. What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Take her hand. Oh. And it just ends there. No chapter 3 for us this time. If you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Alright, let's go. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Usual. Doing nothing at all.
I think you know what I am.
Alright, this is the same kind of ending stuff. I think I didn't get to ask all of the questions last time because the pieces broke. So let's see. What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world.
So wait, does the narrator also, like, exist outside of worlds? Well, I mean, I guess there are, like, shards of him in every world, but, like, you know, when I was going off the hypothesis that, like, the world was just coming to its natural end, clearly that's true of, like, many worlds. Like, there are numerous worlds that are ending, kind of, not at the same time, but, like, as we're going through all this. So what the heck is happening here? Is it just that all worlds in the multiverse are ending? Is that what's happening? Or is it specifically that the princess's presence in that world ends it? Because in that case, it actually is the princess's doing. Huh. Like, does the world end because the princess, because we and the princess came there? Or would it have ended regardless? I'm so confused.
But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe
Okay, yeah,
are
we've seen this. Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all of this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
I think we're stalking a construct that's infinite, where we have many chances to slay the princess. Each one makes us remember what we are. Try to keep things alive. But he said that, like, each time we failed, we get sent to a new world. Are all of the worlds part of this construct, then? In that case, like, all of the worlds we've seen ending have all been in the construct, and no world has ever actually ended. I mean, I guess that's a possibility. I don't know. This is very weird. Trying to remember which ones we haven't seen yet. I feel like we've seen most of these already. And what is my true identity? I think we did go through this one.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
God. I always knew I was special.
Yes, you are special, unique even, and you still have a task that you need to do, and only you can do it.
Well, yeah, okay, so the Tower Princess called him an echo and whatnot, but, like, he could have split himself across actual alternate worlds, not necessarily, like, self-contained construct worlds, right? If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many.
An echo
Somebody
of
made
what?
you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
What were you originally? Something that can apparently create gods and create these universe constructs and time loops and shit. What are you? Alright, well. Who cares about dying? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I mean, I guess to stop the world from ending, but can you give me more details, please?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Are you a god? Or were you a god?
No. In life I was painfully mortal. A witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something.
Okay, well that's some answer.
So I made you. And I made her. And I made this place to hold you both.
How does a mortal create two gods? Well, okay, it sounds like we were split apart from one entity, but still, like, what were we originally then? And how did a mere mortal supposedly do all of this? Is he just some, like, powerful sorcerer or some shit? What is going on?
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Alright, last questions. Pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even. Oh, this is good, too. Let's try to do these two.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
I'm out of questions. What do I tell him? I'm actually not sure what I do want to do with her this time. Like, I do at some point probably want to try the endings where I kill her and where I just let her go. Yeah, I don't know. Lie to him. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to lie to him at this point. But on the other hand, I don't want to be like, I'm not gonna slay her, just so you know. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
All right. Back to the cabin. I wonder if she's going to be different based on which fragments I brought her.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Pretty sure I did all of these conversations before, but let's just try. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
So I know the last time all of these had some option for like I won't engage with violence. Maybe I should try that. Won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color your conflict with fear. My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
Surrendering is also an option. Maybe I should try that. But I also do want to see the rest of these, what she says about the other roots. Doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we're able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Suffering born in delusion is still suffering. It doesn't matter what we are now. We hurt each other, and we shouldn't have done that. We cannot let a world be spun out of that pain.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion. To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still?
reject the suffering of material reality, and yet you cling to its framework for meaning. We can be better than this.
I reject the narrow view of impermanence. I cling to nothing. There is no better us for us to be than us. We are reality itself. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Getting very philosophical here. I kind of want to try to continue down this road. You claim your destruction would steal meaning from existence, but if my actions can make existence worse, then there must be actions that make it better. Perfection implies finality. Nothing is final.
There has never been finality. There is only the unending transformation of mind multitudes. But to destroy me is to bring everything to a stop. It is only then that you will have an ending, and that ending is nothingness. You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
So I think this is what I did last time to reset everything. I wonder if this would be different, or if that would just be the same route. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Alright, what do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Alright, let's see. Want to slay the princess. I kind of want to try this other option, maybe? I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. It might just end up bringing me back to the same path I did last time, though. These are different, though, so maybe it'll be different.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
again, trying to do this alone. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that we're all of you.
I think I just ended up back on the same route as last time. Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
No.
Too bad. We're going now.
Alright, well, maybe we can make a different choice here.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
The narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Oh, we brought the dagger last time, I remember that? Okay, well, let's try not breaking it this time then. Good riddance.
Yeah. He really put us through hell, didn't he?
Could you describe the cabin to me, for old time's sake? I think I did this last time too.
Of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Alright, yeah, I listened to you last time, but I'm gonna see if I can try to do something different. So, let's try without it.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
There you are. You look just like you did when we first met. Let's talk for a bit. Maybe we can figure this out.
Sit with her. What if we just leave? Or this seems to be a different option, but I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
Alright. What if we just leave?
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
Interesting. I don't remember. Is this the same as before? I feel like this is something different. I think it's different. Last time we did reset the whole thing, but I don't know if these options are gonna result in that too. I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I just want to walk through that cabin door as we are. Just you and me.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
You going to be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Alright, well, hopefully we'll see each other again sometime. Leave with the princess. You lead, and the princess follows. And together, you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend. A comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see a tension seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this. Yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
Who's going to open it?
Both of us, right?
Aww. That was so sweet. Yeah, always shit. Alright, let's back to the main menu. Alright, well, it's quite early, so I think maybe we should just start a new game. I guess let's just go for it. So I had been thinking that if I did about 2 episodes per playthrough, then we could get 2 more games in before I go on vacation. So I've mentioned it a little bit before, but I'm going on vacation starting the week of the 13th. So I have about a week and a half before I leave. So that would be 4 more streams apart from this one. So I guess, I don't know, maybe if I go even faster, I can get 3 more playthroughs in. I don't know how long I'm gonna, like how many playthroughs I want to do for this game, but I think for now let's just go ahead and jump right into the next one. Yeah, that was a really cute ending though. I'm really glad I got that. Very sweet.
You're on a path in the woods.
All right. Let's see. So I had kind of been thinking that maybe for my next playthrough, I can try to be really mean and just like see if I can actually kill her as much as possible. Like for instance, last time with the thorn root, we had the option to stab her when she was particularly helpless. So that's very dark, but it is something we could potentially try out. And some other ones. Yeah, just, I guess, go all in on the actual princess slaying. I went her back in the razor route. Did I think I decided that I wanted to try to talk her down. So maybe in that route I could try to actually face her and see if we could fight each other. That could be fun as well. But yeah, let's go kill a princess.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
There were also other routes where we had the opportunity to lock her up. That's also something we could try to do. Let's see. Where should we start? It'll be hard to hurt her without a dagger. You say that, but we could get onto a route where we don't have the dagger and then hurt her later. We could go to like the damsel route. And well, I don't know, some of the routes will lock you out of taking the dagger. So I don't know, did the damsel route allow you to take the dagger in chapter 2? I don't remember. But yeah, we could try that. Going on the damsel route and then murdering her. That's an option, maybe. Yeah, would this Smitten allow us to take something to harm his beloved? I don't know. He would certainly have things to say if we tried that. I actually don't remember if that was an option. Yeah, we'll see if we can try to kill her this time. Let's see, where else was there an option? There's definitely, so I don't know if we'll be able to kill her in this route, but on the tower route, there is definitely an option to struggle harder. Sleeps, you mean just go in and try to murder her immediately? We did try that at one point and got to the razor route, but I think in the razor route we ended up not trying to kill her. So I think we can try to do that and like try to actually just kill her this time.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather...
All right, let's go. Let's try that. Why not?
The door to the basement creaks open.
There's also, I had been wondering if like you put down the knife and like go to talk to her as if you're starting the prisoner route. You can also then change your mind and try to kill her.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Okay, yeah, you got me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do.
I don't know if dropping it and then picking it back up is gonna do anything, but it might. I can try it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Alright, do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Have you ever just straight up stabbed her? Yeah, we did. That was the razor route. I think, unless we did something weird there somewhere along the way. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Alright, I think we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
I think this is a little bit different.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Oh, the other thing I had been wondering was if you set her free for like the prisoner route and you don't you warn her the first time but then stab her the second time, because he tries to stab her twice.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
This seems like something totally new though.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
I think this is totally new. We're just having a straight up brawl with her.
We can still turn this around.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're on princess slaying route, I guess, so let's finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
I know it's not.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, so is this actually going to be a totally new route? The adversary, yep, it sure is.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I just feel like the paths are endless with this game. Every possible decision just leads you to a completely new story.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. Well, I think we've done most of these dialogue options, but I do want to see what our new voice is. So let's see. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
He's in so much denial.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has,
Alright, well, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Stubborn just wants to get in a good scrap, huh?
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Alright. Into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So if this princess is like our sworn fighting rival, would she be super disappointed if we entered without the blade? But yeah, I think this is a slaying the princess kind of run, so we need the blade.
You take
but that's
the
a thing
blade
to
from
try
the
later,
altar.
for sure.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
We're gonna go full shonen battle on this, huh?
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I think I'm here to have a good fight.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes
wow.
into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes! I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Alright, fine. I What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. But that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know. Whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Rude. Don't worry, I'm gonna do a good job.
Great. Focus up and do it then.
That would be fun to just try to free her. Oh, we have the option to just leave too. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Attack the princess.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count all right.
He's so
As you
into
bridge
this.
the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Oh, no. I'm taking her challenge.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this, is through her.
Strike head on.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. Push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more.
See, I care more about impressing the princess than I do about killing her.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Like, logically, I feel like we would need to attack her from a different angle, but keep pushing seems kind of useless, but just because it seems useless, I'm curious to see if something unexpected would happen. But also, unlodging the blade might give her an opportunity to attack us back. So that's kind of dangerous. Listen to stubborn? I think I might, actually. Keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
I feel like she and the stubborn understand each other pretty well.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
I do.
Dying and coming back. Clashing against each other over the fate of everything. Forever.
Did she just admit out loud that she's gonna end the world if she gets out of here? She most certainly did. I hope you've made a mental note of that, hero. There's no more room for doubt. Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win. Even if it takes us forever to get there. Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. We're fine! You barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened.
You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it.
It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
Never just the knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, well, I want to continue the fight, but let's see. Were you being metaphorical when you said nothing exists outside of us? There's more to the world than just this cabin. I saw trees and everything on my way here.
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling. That it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel it too, right?
Yes! The two of us are a chorus of notes building on top of each other forever. The song we write in our blood will be the most beautiful music ever written.
Great! It seems like both you and the princess have bought into some sort of shared delusion. Just make sure that whatever you're using for that song written in blood is mostly hers. I'm sorry, are you crying?
I love them.
Is she crying?
Are you two not? It was some goddamn poetry!
I'm ready whenever you are.
Pick up the blade and attack her again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow.
Wait, does that mean we're...
Dead. Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and... it's over. It's finally over. No, it's not. We're just getting started. But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that. Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Really stubborn, huh? Just gonna out-stubborn death, eh? I don't even have an option. Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ah! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No!
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
This is amazing.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Oh, we just missed her heart.
Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering? What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. But you did say it, so it means something.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? You don't have to answer that. You're not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts.
Oh, don't worry. The thought was going to be finished. Oh boy! Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. You mean like the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that one. I'm not gonna say the princess can't die. I'm not even going to think it. Lied. The princess can die. Oh my god, that's amazing. I feel like these alternative ones all have the exact same effect anyway. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna think it. It's all good.
But you did think it, didn't you? I tried, you know. I tried very hard.
That which cannot die, cannot die.
I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it?
Sorry, hero.
Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
Hang on a sec. Where are you? Why do you have access to stiff drinks? Excuse me? Do I get a stiff drink?
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Yeah, but we probably can die.
But I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits. Right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world. You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her.
And why exactly can't we leave her down here?
Because all it would do is stall the inevitable.
And what's wrong with stalling?
Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on. You mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this?
Well, I think he was hoping we wouldn't think any stupid thoughts. But we're stupid, what can I say?
Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you. It's time. Yes, I suppose it is.
If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage. And then we get up.
I love the stubborn. Get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, sure. But he doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles, and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
Chin up. Isn't this what we wanted? Just you and me forever? Alright,
She's gone.
back here again.
Is that a...
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
something dreadful?
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The narrator's gone.
Does...
The world didn't end. We're still here.
Alright, let's go.
I'm begging you, don't.
We're doing it. Approach the mirror.
Something finds me in the long quiet.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an...
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves, and this one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed.
Right. I think
I promise that
we've had most of this dialogue already. What happens now?
nothing
We go back.
as we are. But there is no exit. Bring me more
Alright, let's go.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Alright. Man, we're really blazing through this, huh?
You're on a path
Guess we
in
can
the woods.
go another
And at the end of that
route.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin...
Alright, let's see. What else can we try to do? So I think I want to try to go back to just do exactly what the narrator wants. I'm pretty sure I did that already. I mean, I can try it again. It's possible that I tried to do that and then got sidetracked at some point. But I think I might have done that. I guess we can try.
You make your way up the short path.
Because I think that leads you to the razor route. And there's I'm sure there's more to do there. Yeah, because yeah, for sure. So I know that after we got onto the razor route, I definitely got sidetracked. So I could continue and like try to actually take that to the end. I think that's a good idea.
A warning, but she will lie.
All right, let's do that. We're just following the narrator this time.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely...
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks.
Continue down the stairs.
Good.
Silent
You're
but
still
deadly.
listening to reason.
Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you...
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, actually, I think there I did the dialogue option, like, are you sure she's not armed? And then that put the thought in my head that she might have a weapon, and then she did. I think that's probably where I went wrong. This might be a completely different route.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Hey, we already went down that route.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Hero. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. This has got to be different roots. Of course it is. She's dead. Obviously. Why wouldn't she be?
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Yeah, it didn't feel great.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
That's really interesting. So was the narrator like entirely wrong? Like, did we go wrong somewhere and didn't actually manage to kill her? Or was the narrator just wrong that killing her would save the world at all?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That does raise a question of like what the narrator intended to happen to us after we succeeded in killing the princess. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Yes, of course.
Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
Is this going to close my game again?
More happy time passes,
Okay, no.
though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
Poor hero. He's trying so hard.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone.
You cannot go further astray.
Or maybe not. Past the point of no return. There's no going back now. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. Hey, why are we back at this dialogue? That's weird.
Good.
This game is weird.
I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Is it killing ourselves? Or somehow reviving the princess?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear. it, hero.
I don't like the narrator referring to the voice of the hero as little voice and it. Like, that's my friend you're talking about. Excuse me.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
It's so bizarre hearing that from the hero.
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
People die when they are killed.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You shut the fuck up. You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
So the funny thing is, I think he actually genuinely believes this. Like, he actually thinks this is happiness. That's so fascinating because, like, we know from the narrator's motivations that all he wants is to get rid of the concept of death and have everything exist in this perpetual, undying stasis. Like, that's actually his idea of happiness. Huh.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Are we gonna end up with a skeleton princess? That would be awesome.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
The spectre. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then that's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Ah, tears the cold.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Alright, let's go.
A warning. She will lie.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
won't be a problem.
It's so interesting that we're now, from our past experience with the princess, she was completely
The interior
helpless.
of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
What was I saying? Yeah, I wonder if the princess we see this time is actually just going to be weak and helpless because we killed her so easily last time. It's just so cool how many possible options there are. Because, like, last time I ended up on the razor route, and I think that's just because I clicked, like, a different explore option and put a thought into my head. and just having that thought in my head completely changed the course of the game, which is so awesome. Like, I know this game does this all the time, and I should stop commenting on it every time, because it should be obvious by now, but good lord, I just love this game.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Actually, I wonder if that applies to the mirror. I wonder if not acknowledging the mirror in any way actually potentially changes something. Well, let's comment on the mirror real quick.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with this.
Alright.
I care about whether we're being lied to. I'm not lying to you.
So far we've been basically doing the do everything the narrator tells us route. So I think let's just take it to its logical conclusion. Let's continue listening to the narrator. See where that takes us.
Take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay, I guess we did stab ourselves against his instructions, but, you know, the game didn't give me a choice about that one. Alright, to the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
She's an interior decorator, yeah. I mean, she is a day late for Halloween, but, like, her decorations are pretty on point. She just hasn't gotten around to taking them down yet. It's fine. But yeah, at this point the narrator's just like, what the hell? Why is she already dead?
Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance, two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Oh, she's so cute. Hang on, I skipped some dialogue by accident. Before you have the chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Oh boy. I should have gotten this route yesterday for the Halloween stream, but it's gonna be fun. I can already tell.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I had some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Well, we've already committed to slaying the princess, I guess. But we should definitely come back to this route later and try some other options.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
I mean, that makes sense. What were you expecting when you stabbed a ghost?
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
That's terrifying.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. Slay the princess harder. Alright, let's try some of these. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
After all, you own me.
Oh.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. But I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Huh?
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
That is tempting. But I do also kind of want to, take the killing her thing as far as I can. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control?
Sure, why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
What if I say no?
Then I won't hitch a ride.
You won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride? This would just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Do you hear the way she said that? She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
You won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride?
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you. But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
We've definitely had worse.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
Alright, so it looks like it looks like I can return and then try to slay her again. Should we continue the slaying her route? I think I might as well.
Take your time. I know it's a lot to think about, but I'm very good at waiting.
Alright. Oh boy, that's a lot of options. Oh my god, that's too many options. Oh boy, which ones do I try? I killed you! What are you doing not being dead?
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely. See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
Your body's right there, though. Your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Alright, let's see. Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Alright. Oh boy. What do I try next? After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say it teleported? It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
Yeah.
She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
Alright, I think I am going to slay the princess. Maybe let's try this one. One last one. Okay, team. I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
We could always try violence. It's worked for us so far.
That it has.
She's a ghost. Who says ghosts are immune to violence?
I mean, we've managed to keep ourselves from dying by sheer force of will before. I guess what's to say we can't murder a ghost by sheer force of will?
Common sense? There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter.
Fine, then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us.
I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then?
I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here.
We could. It would be something different. I like different.
Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the world.
And is that really so bad?
Yes, it is by its very definition bad.
But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
Alright, I think let's just go and kill her. Slay the princess.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're
Okay,
slashing
we
at
do
air.
this.
You're adorable.
But I didn't say you could touch.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Okay, slay the princess harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home.
What is your home?
Wherever home is.
Okay, fair.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
This is gonna end very poorly.
But I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then
Yes?
nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
Don't speak it into existence, please.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
I'm not afraid of you.
Not yet. But let's see if you stay that way.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I'm owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Oh dear.
She's real now.
If she's making us dead, we should return the favour.
Slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
This is horrifying.
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
The Wraith. Oh, this is gonna be horrific.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
Aw, I really wish I'd gotten this yesterday for Halloween.
Stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Not if they're creative with it. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Oh, you can't, can you?
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
Yeah, well, about
The
that.
ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful.
It was boring.
It was bullshit.
So you killed yourself? Yes, and then she killed us.
Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real, and the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
Okay, so we give it one last try, and we kill her this time. And we get sent back to the endless void where we do nothing? I mean, I'm gonna try to do it anyway, but I don't know if this is such a great
What will
idea.
help you? So you can just lock us away forever again? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything.
What are you gonna do instead then?
I mean, he did promise.
And you believed him?
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Now wouldn't that be something?
It would. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her. You have to save the world. Nothing matters more than this.
Don't play by his rules. Everything here's rigged. Everything here's changing to whatever's convenient for him.
Even the woods are changing. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence?
Uh-oh.
I really shouldn't have said that. It would make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and to do your job, alright?
I feel like it doesn't usually let me turn around and leave. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Oh
They've
boy.
clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. We're gonna fall through this loop forever. Eventually we're gonna have to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
That's a good thought. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
And she finds a way out on her own. Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that. A delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong. How are we supposed to decide on anything if you just keep coming up with new rules? Since when is there a wrong way to slay her?
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
Continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Alright, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward. fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade...
Oops. Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of the hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here?
That is an excellent question.
Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Alright, approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation, we just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe it clean.
Here we go! You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Yeah, she came out swinging, huh?
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
It'll be a little bit different now that you've broken my leg.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Thought you couldn't possess me on your own. Thought I needed to agree to it.
That was then. This is now.
Look, we're even now. I killed you, and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right?
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Horrifying.
Are you sure you can't
Lovely.
do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
I think that's kind of fair.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
How do you do that? You don't have a will to wield. Your soul is incarnate of courage.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
Wow. Also, I love that she can hear the voices now.
Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
The abyss does sound very tempting right now.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do that.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
least it's ours.
Feels like that one bit in the Stanley Parable where you just jump to your death just to prove that you have control.
An empire of frigid nothing.
Yep.
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me.
So now the princess has also been reduced to just a voice in my head.
Idiot.
He's gone. But
Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel something. A mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What is happening to me?
Well, that sure was a thing that happened. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did... And there's that mirror again.
Yeah, we've done this. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Yeah, the narrator's goal is inevitably going to fail. There's no winning for him. Well, I guess his goal probably isn't to necessarily to like kill an individual princess. It's to kill the final version. So we could at some point potentially try to slay the completed princess and see if that gets us anywhere, although I somehow doubt it. All right, we're back here. Back to the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become whenever you are ready.
All right, I want to see what she says about this princess.
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
All right.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
All right, well, I think we've done the other options. Let's just go back.
I await your return, but it will give... We will meet again.
All right, back to the start again.
You're on a path in the woods.
That was a wild one, geez. But yeah, I think we're at a good point to end for today. Wow, we certainly went through a lot of routes. I was just expecting to finish playthrough 2, but here we are, like halfway through the third one. Oh boy. It just never ends. And unlocking more new routes means unlocking more varieties and possibilities of those routes. We're gonna have to go back to some of those later too. I'm gonna have to try to write down my other thoughts of potential other paths to explore. Good lord, how many are there in this game? Here, let me check Steam at how many achievements I have right now. That's a decent measurement of it. I'm at 37%, 36 achievements out of 97. It just never ends. But yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST, once again, to continue this. Let's see, what other ones did I want to try? I want to try seeing if I can actually defy the tower. I wanted to maybe see if I could go to like the prisoner and have her behead herself and then not take the head, and then see if she's just like actually permadead. Speaking of which, at some point I do want to try this route again, where I just kill the princess and then like question whether she's actually dead, because I'm pretty sure that'll make her undie. Oh man, so many possibilities. Like every little thing you change leads you to a completely different route, which is so nuts. This game is awesome. All right. Well, I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. And I hope you come back tomorrow for more of this game, where we can continue enjoying it and continue finding more and more crazy paths to explore. Yeah. Phew. That was a lot. I guess we might be able to finish playthrough 3 tomorrow. All right. Well, see you there. Bye.